The market starts off in a phase of accumulation. This is like when the buying starts to happen. In real life, this is like a lot of the smart money institutional traders. They start their buying habits. They're very sneaky with how they do it. You don't necessarily see the market explode too much. It's kind of like, probe, like imagine a volcano before it erupts. Everything's happening below the surface, which is making the lava increase, but it hasn't yet erupted. Your second phase per Dow theory is going to be called public participation, right? So this is when the market shoots up. This is when you typically start seeing your retail investors get involved. So if you think about the first phase, accumulation, as being like your smart traders, your smart money, the people who are in the know about the stuff. The second phase, this is when the public gets involved. So we're doing all this cool stuff, it's happening, and then like the public hears about it, ooh, for real? And then everyone starts rushing for it. And that's when you see these big trending moves. This is an Elliott wave theory thing too, but again, I'm gonna try to focus, so this isn't a whole hour-long training lesson. But that big extension, that's gonna be your markup if you're a Wyckoff person. It's gonna be your public participation if you're a Dow theory. And then after that is gonna be called your exhaustion. Again, that's what I call it from Wyckoff. I'm trying to remember what Dow called it. I think he called it your excess phase. Anyway, this is where the buying starts to slow down, right? So price has moved from blank level, it's shot up a lot of people are making money, and then all of a sudden two things are happening, right? When we go back to supply and demand, the price has gotten so high that not as many people are interested, right? There's a good Trading Coach podcast episode called Supply and Demand for Dummies. You need to listen to that if you haven't done so already. It breaks it down in the most simplest Akil ways ever. But once price gets to a high enough level, you're like, I don't want to buy it anymore because it's too high. And you also have people that bought it very, very low saying, I think it's high enough. I'm going to cash out and take some profits. And essentially you see a loss of momentum. You start to see the market take a breath, and you start to see those pullbacks that we spoke about. And then eventually the price gets to a low enough level where it either repeats the cycle or some economic stuff has happened and we go into a bearish trend. But these are the three phases of the market.